gun blues, I'm free. Play that machine gun blues for me. Play it for me. My puppet on the string has broken wings.
You're listening to WeP3 Radio, the Foxhole Radio Network, currently playing Doc Todd, Machine Gun Blues.
Grow food for the fiends. DEA wearing jeans and hummingbirds sing. There's intel on us infidel, so the plan is ambush. No citadel, so we repel. Snap back and then push. I just opened my food. How the fuck could they shoot? Goddamn charge. What should we do? Took the vow and I said I do.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Welcome.
What's up?
Oh, the great. Yep, there we go. Sorry. Thank you. I said you got it. I was just repeating as I was told. Hey, welcome to the debrief. You know what we do on the debrief? Well, Peterson sits around in his underwear. So there's that piece. The debrief. The People's Patriot Project Weekly Debrief does bring you information on what we have been doing and what others have been doing to help the cause. I got to tell you, last night and last week especially, our guests were super amazing, but so were our chiming in guests like Mr. Mello right here with his Here and Kimmer with her hello. We're missing Kimmer. Kimmer has to be not here today. She'll be back. And then let's grow. Let's grow. Thank you. I just want to thank you. Today's all about let's be thankful. So thank you to all of you who have been our guests and all of you who will be our guests and all of you who come and chime in as our friends and family. Thanks a ton. I'm talking right now to Jeremy, Mello, Kimmer. I saw somebody else. Dang it. I think there's probably Bourbon Battle Buddies out there the way it looks. Thanks for being around, clowns. Tell you what, we know why we get to do this. Thank you to the service members and the first responders that have committed their time, sweat, blood, limbs, family, and lives to give us the freedoms that we have that allow us to do what we do every single stinking day. Thank you. And with that, long time no see, guys.
What's going down?
It has been a while.
It's
A
been-
good solid 8 hours or more.
or maybe a little more, but not hardly. Not hardly more.
I literally cringed every week we do this debrief, and we haven't redone our intro to the debrief because that's a long time ago intro that it does need to get redone. We gotta get we got you 6 and 6 at one time. We had everyone's name in there, and then the names changed regularly, and then we got Adam Bird in the house, just so you guys know. What do you do when you get a bird in the house?
Adam Beard, I got something for you, Mr. Bird. Watch this.
Uh-oh.
No, it's good stuff.
Nobody. Oh, okay.
Were you taking a picture of the screen, Jonathan?
No, I was trying to hide.
Boom, boom, boom. Why are you hiding? What's going on?
I don't know.
I don't know. This is so weird.
I know Andrea's supposed to be doing something, and I don't know what now.
I think I did. I did. Or if we're following the script, I think I've done my piece.
Yeah. Back to what I was saying was
if I'm following the script as if that.
There is actually a script, but yeah. Okay, so let's pretend.
I wish we would get in our intro for the debrief not the fact, but the WeP3 team. I mean, it's Jonathan is here a gigantic amount of time, and he deserves a lot of the recognition for what happens with WeP3. Miss Winter comes and is around religiously. She needs to be recognized for the amazing works that she does. And I don't know. That's just where my brain is. Why we do this? We get to do this. We know this. Our pledge. It's out there. It's because of the men and women who have allowed us the opportunity to do this. We get on our soapbox every once in a while. When I say we, I mean me. And we pound it to the ground. The reality is we all get to live a life because of the men and women that have served. Bottom line, we have no one kicking in our back doors. Those free tacos, dang tacos, man!
And then the free tacos.
Every time I see, there's some shirts out there that I want to get. I just promote the tacos and the consumption of tacos. I mean, you gotta go with the taco. Even though for me yesterday was a fajita day. What's the difference between a taco and a fajita? Tell me that.
The delivery mechanism.
The
shape of the delivery mechanism.
What's the vehicle for a fajita? I mean, traditionally, you could argue it's a flour tortilla. A flour tortilla, right? Is there a such thing as a flour tortilla taco?
Yes, it's called a soft shell.
Right.
Yeah. The guy's got a point.
I'm just asking. I don't know, man. If you throw fajita stuff on corn chips, I mean, is that nachos or fajita nachos or what?
Yeah. I have my favorite restaurant just right up the road, and there's a big, huge difference that I can't figure out in the fajita quesadilla and the chicken quesadilla with fajita veggies. But they're choices.
That's two different options?
Yes.
See, we did this big job, and we spent like a week and a half, 2 weeks working at this job. And there was a Mexican food truck right down the road from where we were working at. And so one of our guys stumbled on it and told us about it, and so we all started going. And I promise you, in that week and a half, I gained 10 pounds easily. But they had two different things over there. One was the quesadilla, and one, I forget what the other one was called. They're basically the same thing. The quesadilla was one shell folded in half, and the other was just two shells that weren't folded in half. It was just bigger. That's it.
Wouldn't doubt be a burrito. Yeah, burrito. Let's order a burrito because that encompasses pretty much
amazing food, though. Amazing.
I mean, we need to find an authority. I mean, I don't want to stereotype here. I mean, I know this is where I just shut my mouth, but I need an authority that can come in and say, you know what, this is the difference. This is where we're at. And
I'm blunt. This is where you're going with that stereotype, because we had this one guy that was a dad in the wrestling club, and he worked in the concession stand with us one day. And when it was his turn to work the nacho machine, he said, "Oh yeah, stick the only Mexican in here in the nacho machine. You guys are some funny people, aren't you?" So I think it's okay if you say you need that kind of authority.
I'm sorry that Miss Eichmann brought up that subject matter.
It was Joe.
Just for the record,
he makes nachos, then he's Jose. All of a
WeP3
sudden, like that.
does not agree with all comments and statements of the people that come onto the show. And
yeah, prices. Good point, Jeremy, because you can get a Taco Bell taco for like 98 cents.
So, there's so many questions. I mean, if you put spaghetti inside of a shell, is that a taco now, or is that spaghetti? A spaghetti taco?
I have a question for Jeremy Daniels. How come when we talk about what we want to talk about, the trains derailing and going in all kind of circles, when we spend 45 minutes talking about tacos, Jeremy don't say nothing.
Jeremy, what else can we talk about?
Rabbit holes and you name it.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Will Rogers read our script for the next show.
Will Rogers, the train is off the track.
Oh boy.
So if you didn't get a chance, Andrea explains what we do around here. We come on the debrief to share what the People's Patriot Project is doing, but we have to share what we do on Sunday nights, because that is definitely one of the things we do. Is we come here weekly and we do the People's Patriot Project. You got your six, and you'll find that out on all broadcasting iPod. I said iPod. What am I thinking of?
iTunes.
Podcast. Thank you, podcast. But then you'll also find the stream on YouTube and on anywhere else, including Heroes Media Group with Adam Bird. Actually, not there. That's a podcast. Never mind. I'll get it straight here eventually. Anyway, our Sunday show is about the men and women across the country that have boots on the ground and are doing something. We also showcase a musician that is a veteran and first responder. And I don't know, did you guys write down names last night as we were going through the show? There's a lot of musicians we haven't yet tapped into. And we can arguably say that we have probably the largest network of veteran and first responder musicians out there. I mean, I don't have the exact number again. I mean, I know we're between 160 and 200, and I know that's a big number, but that's probably something I will look into making sure that we do. Everyone wants to talk about the dang tacos here. We got Richard Fleek in the house. Nachos, which is a deconstructed nacho or taco, and so if you put a soft shell tortilla on the plate and then drop the taco mixings and out, is that still a nacho?
No, it's a taco bowl.
That's a taco bowl. Well, but it's not a bowl, it's a flat tortilla. Or is that a taco pizza at that time?
No, if you're not careful, it's going to be a taco salad. I mean, measure your toppings.
I don't eat salad. Sorry, Andrew.
Put too much lettuce on there.
There's a lot. This is like the hardest we've thought for a long time.
And I think it's awesome that we just keep going back. And Jeremy is warning us to. Oh, you're not warning us to be safe. Food is always safe. Got
Jeremy,
it.
this is your fault. This is your squirrel. This is a squirrel taco here, brother.
Oh, now there's an idea.
Oh, I'd try it.
I'll have to have Aaron give me one of those.
Do you guys eat squirrel down in Louisiana? I mean,
Isn't that where they cook it on the
Bobby
radiator?
Boucher, I would totally say yes.
Do we hunt squirrels down in
When
Louisiana?
you eat them.
Yeah.
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 Nice.
Do you eat armadillo?
Well, I mean, some people do. I haven't found the need to, but I mean, I'm sure I would try it if somebody made it for me.
Possum.
Yeah.
What about possum?
I'd eat that too.
I mean, an armadillo comes with its own shell. So is an armadillo a walking taco?
No, it's a four-legged crawfish.
There you go. There's probably very little meat in there too.
Yeah, it's a land crawfish.
Is that how you eat an armadillo? You twist it, suck it,
And
chew
stale.
it. That's probably not going to work.
I'll have to do some research on that.
Yeah.
I suppose you could flip it upside down, add water, cook
Richard
it right
Cleese
on your.
wants to know: has anyone ever? Someone's got to have done it. Has
No.
anyone ever ate skunk?
I have not.
That Richard, we're going to do some significant research on this because someone has gone down. I mean, if you get rid of those scent glands, I mean, you just got another raccoon walking around. Basically,
Which is tasty, by the way.
You've eaten raccoon?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Somebody probably boiled that in a crawfish boil down here.
A raccoon.
Somebody probably has.
Oh my
You
gosh.
boil anything, man.
I know. Gosh, that's okay.
Did you say raccoon? Or is it a
Well,
raccoon?
that's how they want me to say it in the South.
Okay, good. Because I thought in Minnesota they were.
I don't
raccoons.
want to say. I know up here the raccoons, but down there the raccoons.
We also have bags. We carry our bags around with our raccoons in them.
I will not.
Thanks.
I will not mention names, but I do have to say that a couple of weeks ago when we were down in Louisiana for the WeP3 on the Bayou Shock and Awe Fest, there were two people in our network down there that thought it was their job to constantly critique how I spoke and tell me how to rephrase and say words.
Because your mini Wyoming accent has just got them all confused.
I draw the line on some of it. I can't remember the one that got there, but there was one that was like, no, that is not how that was pronounced.
Check this out. We got a recipe. Look at that. Everything has to be finely chopped. Finely. Look at that.
Okay, that's great, Eric. That's great. What is the dispatch process? There's a process of dispatching. You gotta
take the thing out of there.
Do that again.
You don't eat the stink thing. Don't eat the stink maker.
Yeah, I guess that rule applies in a lot of spaces in life, I guess. Don't eat the stink thing. You got that, Jonathan? What the heck is going on?
That's what I heard.
That's funny.
Oh, the Nutra Rat. That's I saw that just recently. Do they have Nutra Rats in Louisiana?
I don't even know how that is. What is
popular down here?
It's a gigantic guinea pig
for a while there because they were considered a nuisance, so they were hunted for their skins. Well,
why is it Nutra?
Why is it skunk?
Nutra rat
sure
sounds
it goes
like
back to
a healthy rat.
word somewhere.
You got healthy rats down there.
Well, it's not really a rat.
Well, I thought someone called it a rat.
A big guinea pig. All right. Yeah, it'll be nice. And again, I don't know why I'm always the voice of reason around here, but I'll try it one more time
Yep.
Our show last night.
Oh, now you want to be on the script. Let's see Peterson follow the script for a minute.
What an amazing show. Again, you always just kind of get a feeling, and amazing people. I can't even imagine the overall years of service that we probably had on last night's show, but we know that one person on our show had 31 years of service, and he started as an E1 and goes all the way to an 05 as a lieutenant colonel. And he is the author of A Soldier Against All Odds. And that was the amazing Lieutenant Colonel, retired Jason Pike, who has a plethora of knowledge. I mean, 31 years in the service, and literally has gone through pretty much all the ranks, as many as you can, kind of in that time era and stuff. But I mean, minus the being a unicorn, of course, warrant officer. But again, so much knowledge. And the amazing piece last night is he was 100% moved by the musician we had on last night. And then also, I mean, just the comments, he goes, I never realized there were so many people out there that had content that related directly to their service. And we were like, oh, well, Mr. Pike, you're new to the network. We appreciate you. You're always part of the network. You're always part of the family. But guess what? Go check out WeP3 Radio, because then you will hear hundreds of veteran and first responder musicians that have their toe in the big pond of music. And even I got to do a quick shout out. I mean, Mr. Fleek is on here, and they do a show right after. You can argue during, and that's I'm not coming after Mr. Fleek and those guys, because they got to follow a schedule too, which we have a hard time. If you're following this content tonight, have a hard time following a script, so to speak. We committed to a 1-hour show, and I'm pretty confident that everyone in that world believes we do a 1-hour show. But last night we banged on the 2-hour door, just because of the amount of information and the content. I mean, there's so much to say about the musician we had. I'm going to leave that up to Jonathan here in a second, but there is, I don't know, our network's amazing. I get stuck for words here. Our network is amazing. It keeps growing. There's amazing people in there doing amazing things. If you haven't had the chance to read Lieutenant Colonel Pike's book, go find it, go get it, go read it. And he's got another one coming out here soon. He laid claim to that last night, that he is getting ready to launch another book that talks about the toxicity of leadership in the military. My favorite piece about Lieutenant Colonel Pike is the fact that how approachable he is. There's not an arrogance about himself, which all of us who have served kind of knows that there's, when you get into the world of being an officer, there's a clout to it at times. But this guy, again, I think coming from E1 to 05, he's able to look at the service member in a different perspective. He's not jumping in to quote unquote the leadership spot as a lieutenant. Some of us are chuckling under our breath right now as to what that means as a leader, because we all probably would agree that the training wheels are on those lieutenants when they are there, and they're there learning from those that have been there much longer. So again, check out Jason Pike. He's an amazing ambassador for the world of service. Boom.
That he is. Mark, you've been in the private chat?
I'm in there right now.
Okay. You want to take Stephen Cochran too?
Why are you not doing it?
No, because I feel you would have better insight on it.
Oh, why? I mean, we grow, we learn, we are all together, right? I mean, the only reason why I'd have any kind of better insight is I had the chance to spend some time with Steven. Very little bit of time down in Nashville. I don't know. We're about a month and a half out now. So I yield to you, brother.
All right. Okay. Well, I was trying to have a day off.
Well, don't show up then. Come on.
Last night, our musician was Stephen Cochran, and he's a busy man. He's got father of 5 children and 2 dogs. Stephen Cochran started after his military service. I guess, and I missed a little bit of notes, so I apologize, but there's a big gap from everything he was saying to this point. But he would get together with 2 more veterans named Daniel Dean and Samuel Tate and start Stop 22 tour. And then after doing that, they would eventually join forces with Brian Romans, who was also made a guest appearance last night on our show. He has the Global War on Terror Wall of Remembrance. And they would all join forces and start Label 22 to help promote veteran musicians and people connected to service. Stephen sang 3 songs. Well, he had 3 songs last night. His first song was When the Hero Falls, and this song was written about a man named Ron Payne Jr., who was the first Marine to lose his life in Afghanistan. And it was stated that he would want to be remembered not only as a Marine, but as a good Christian man as well. The second song, which he played live for us, was Keep On. And he was approached by Hallmark to make a movie about his life, which I can't wait to see. And this song, I believe, is part of the movie that was done by Hallmark. And the third song, he had to leave before we got to the third song, but we played it. And the narrative for this one came from Brian Romans, and this song was about picking up the pieces and putting them back together and moving on with whatever you have and making the best of it. The conversation with Stephen last night and Lieutenant Colonel Pike was it was phenomenal, to say the least. I would like to spend an entire day picking the brains of these 2 people, because I felt like last night the 2-hour mark probably wasn't enough. I felt like we could have kept going on and on and on and on. But anyways, great show. If you didn't get a chance to see it, go back and catch it on YouTube and pretty soon on all the podcast channels.
Well, it was almost a good thing that Stephen had to leave, because I'm pretty sure we would have definitely gone past that 2-hour mark. And Miss Eichmann sits there and does this to us, and actually all the behind the scenes text. She didn't do it last night. She does it, but Andrea is the one that does all the listen back and cuts it to podcast. So every time we do a 2-hour show, that means that's a minimum of another 2 hours of cutting time, and she does an amazing job with that. I want to make sure we recognize it seems like small nuances in the world of putting this stuff together, but all of it takes a little bit of time, a lot of bit of time from all of us. Then all of us have other lives to live, and it's we appreciate you. Thank you, Miss Eichmann, for your extra works. Jonathan touched on it for a minute, but I'm blown away by Stephen Cochran's ability to tell the story of someone that was in his life through song, and we lost their life because of their service. And not only did we lose their life, but I mean, every life is important. So, I mean, I don't ever want to kind of but this individual was a man of faith, and that was a piece that Stephen wanted to make sure the world knew, and that Mr. Ron
Payne.
Mr. Ron Payne Jr. The biggest piece to everything in his life was the fact that he served Christ, and that was what the moniker, and that was Stephen talked about how even when they were going through his effects and found his Bible, there was one verse, and I won't do any justice to it right now, but just the fact
Greater love hath no man than to lay down his life for his friends.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Crochet. Great job. Great job. Wow. And just the fact that Stephen can get through that and talk about that and share that, and is very transparent that how and where it affects them and what they would like to do to tribute. And Brian Romans continues the mission with Mr. Payne Jr. On the global war on terror wall. Just amazing men. Had a little after talk with Miss Eichmann, and just there's a club down in Nashville or down in Tennessee. Amazing when you start throwing these names out there. And again, I want to give Andrew Farr a shout out. I was trying to talk about earlier with Richard Fleet came on. They've got a show called Scuttlebutt that shows on Sunday night as well. And Richard Fleet Richard Fleet, Andrew Farr. Andrew Farr has referred another musician group to us that, oh my gosh, Viking Chug plays to my heart. These guys, Andrew, did you get a chance to listen to that today?
I have not yet listened. No, I will tonight.
So Viking Chug, I do in this now. I'm squirrel momenting. I would like to apologize for our WeP3 radio broadcast at the start of this show today. We do love Doc Todd. We do need to figure out a time and place. Mr. Todd probably should play after the 9 p.m. Time. He wears his heart and his soul on the sleeve, and he definitely will share that with you. So apologize for that. I knew it was we had no choice. It's a live radio, so when we're starting the show and Doc Todd's on there, it's like, oh, here we go. Are we going to get through it without hearing? But it is what it is. Anyway, excited to hear and learn more about the group that Mr. Farr has recommended to us, and they reached out to us just yesterday. This is amazing. It was great. The club, it's a vast group of men and women that serve down in that place in Tennessee, and we're excited to be part of that network. And I think you're going to see some pretty big things happen in that space here in the next year, and involving all parties. Excited to be there. Are we anywhere close to what we need to be talking about now?
Where the hell is my script? I don't even know.
Andrea.
What do we have? My turn? Well, let's talk about some things we have coming up then. Let's talk about that. We've got a meeting tonight. That's not me breathing heavy. I got a dog right here, just so you know. We have a meeting tonight. We're going to I doubt whether we'll be wrapped up, but we're going to start the wrap up of our event down there in Thibodaux. Not tonight. Tomorrow night. Crap. I was just reading the acceptance of it.
Totally throwing me off.
Tomorrow night. I don't even know. Do we have anything tonight? No. Nothing tonight. Okay, so tomorrow night we're going to start that. Oh my gosh. And then on Wednesday, I think I might go play bingo in the name of veterans over in Apple Valley. I'm going to play in the name of veterans, but if I win, it's going to be in the name of Andrea, at least until I can figure out if there's enough to share with WeP3. Okay. And then I better look at the script because I'm kind of lost my spot. Oh, yeah. And then next week we have planning for Wreaths Across America. This will be the first large group. In fact, I don't think we can fit it on StreamYard. So we'll be using probably our little other G meets on here. It is for the Fort Snelling in Minnesota group that'll be planning. And honestly, once we get that under our belt, like we got to get down there to Thibodaux and see if there's something close by that needs the WeP3 touch put on it. And then I know that Mello is a big contributor to that California area that he's in out there. So there'll be a lot. So we're going to have that tomorrow, next week. And then on the 27th of April, we've got the Homa Terrebonne Detachment of the Marine Corps League. Oops, I skipped something. Oh yeah, no, that's okay because we're in order still. That is April 27th, and we're trying to get a team together down in that area. I think Peterson's going to just have to bite the bullet and fly so he can show off his cooking talents down there.
What's happening? Is that an official? We're doing this.
Do you think you and Jerry could handle? I think Jonathan can maybe be there too, right?
It's going to be rough for me. That particular day, I'm already pledged to cook somewhere else.
Got to make spaghetti. I remember
spaghetti. Got some spaghetti. You could probably just put that in a big pot and just let it simmer. Have little man stir it. I'm just kidding. I'm
gonna be out there super early to help set up and all that, but I won't be out there all day.
Well, we'll see, Peterson. I know it's only 2 weeks away, so we'll have to figure it out quickly. Then on May 18th, VFW Post 3665 is doing a crawfish boil-off. I'm guessing that's down there in the Thibodaux area. I think Raquel was talking about that, right?
Raquel is the junior vice commander. Actually, I think she was just nominated to maybe move up to senior vice commander of
very nice.
So that may be a thing. And interesting fact, Raquel is the first female to be voted into a position at the VFW Post 3665.
Oh wow!
And she's kicking butt at it, so that's awesome. I'm glad she's on the team.
That's awesome. Go Raquel. Go Rocky. Shoot. So we'll have to have someone taking pictures so we can add those. And then I believe it is June. Oh goodness. There's a weekend. 16th maybe. I don't have all my information. We will be doing at Mall of America, which is just about in Minneapolis, but not quite, but you guys know Minneapolis. At Mall of America, there will be a Reads Across America radio event whereby WeP3 Radio will be, and we got your 6 at 6. We'll be taking part with the People's Patriot Project there. I guess we got to meet some people. We need to get ingrained in the world. I will have more information on that probably within the next couple weeks. Hopefully. I think that's what we got coming up. Coming up. And then we can talk your ear off about the Bayou, WeP3 on the Bayou, Shock and Awe Fest. So Peterson introduced us a while back to our friend Shaka. And Shaka had a little accident down there. Little guy kind of.
I think it was on purpose. I think someone shoved him.
It was not me. He might have been sassy. Was he sassing? And someone just whipped him right off the table, and he hit the ground and
his head fell off.
I'm sorry about his head.
And his head fell off. And Andrea's held him captive ever since. And so,
is he still in the bucket?
Yeah.
Well, at least there's a breathing hole. We got the breathing hole.
Poor bastard.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He will be resurrected. Can we say that word, or is that sacrilegious? I think we can say that, right? So yeah, he'll be resurrected. And tell you what, you guys, we do have this awesome YouTube station. I feel like we might be preaching at the crowd, but I'm gonna just throw it up here because if you go there, we would love if you'd give it a like and maybe a heck yeah, maybe a throw some stars. Does YouTube have stars? I don't even know.
No,
But go
yes.
watch on YouTube and seriously come just be
Subscribe. That's all you can do.
subscribe. Just subscribe.
Comment.
And
Commenting helps.
then, commenting is amazing. We haven't done much. Oh, there is this little. We got this little thing called Rumble. If you go check us out on Rumble, and I don't know that I put that link on this page. I need to. Oh, I do. I got it. So go check
They
us out
love
on
to
Rumble.
solicit you on Rumble, solicit you for help.
What do you mean?
Oh, I get like 3 or 5 emails a week about how someone's going to help us with our Rumble account.
Oh yeah. Can you please? I mean, if you're gonna offer it, don't hesitate. Just do what you got to do. I'm not gonna pay you, but
Right.
please do what you got to do. Oh, they're so friendly. Super friendly.
friendly.
And I lost my spot. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about next week's guests. This week. We're already at this week. Wow, things are not slowing down. Faster speed. All right, we've got not the 2 that are on our sheet.
Right.
We have got. I wonder who did not.
Rachel Oswald and Michael Buck.
You guys, Michael Buck. I went and listened last week when I saw the name. I was like, did we spell that right? So I went looking for the name, and oh my gosh, his music. I like it a lot. I have to tell you, Peterson, my computer glitched a little bit. And when you said his name, it didn't sound like Michael Buck. It sounded like what the truck. And so I was like, what? Because it glitched. I was like, what did he just say? I thought you just got mad and blew up all of a sudden. I was like, what? I missed more than a glitch. What happened? And then I realized you were talking about our guest. Thank you for fixing that on my sheet. I didn't scroll down far enough earlier. Missed it. All right. So that's what's coming up in the next 3 months and then the next 6 days. Whew.
Well, and we know we've got Ask in the hopper. We've got a veteran here in Minnesota, TBI, who's in need of some home restoration. We've got a veteran down in Louisiana that is in need of some support. The requests keep rolling in, and we do the best we can with what we got. We're not going to sugarcoat this in the fact that if you got some time, talent, and treasure, we actually need all the resources we can get. We openly admit we can't get this done without our listeners. We can't get this done without our supporters. We can't get this done without the people that are the people, the ones that get the benefit from the service of the men and women of this country. And if you know someone that has, I don't believe in extra. There's no such thing as extra, but has more time, more talent, and more treasure than the rest of us. Push them our way. Politely ask them, pull them our way. Again, 100%, literally 100% of everything we do gets taken care of through the people that allow us the opportunities to do this. And we don't fall short ever of thanking those who have given us this opportunity. We do believe that it is going to take the core of our society to get this done, and we're willing to be that vehicle. So if you ever have a question, come on board. If you have a question about what's getting done, where it's going, how it's getting there, we fully believe in transparency. We fully believe in collaboration, and we openly ask you to come on board and be part of this mission. Be part of the shock and awe. Patriot Pride. Boom.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Okay, can I just add? So transparency is amazing. We also could use anybody out. Well, we're preaching at the choir again. So, yes, sponsors for our newsletter. Can I get a give? Thank you. We need sponsors for our newsletter. We're looking for. We'd love to put you in there and fill up our pages with those of you that support us that we can support back, because that's how we work, right? And so give us a shout out, Kimmer or I. You can find us on our website or just send it to info, and then we'll take care of that, or message us in Messenger. And hey, if you're listening to this and you have the skill of organizing, stuff like treasury stuff, let us know, because I have not sat down. I want to just put it right on the website, and I need to just coordinate all of it and put it one spot and then get it posted, and then I could use help. So that's what I'm saying. Love your viewpoints, love your help on that. Love for someone to just work their way in and maybe just take that over. Numbers and I have never really been friends. So yeah, always willing to take some help in that category. Kimmer, this is awesome. She's such a good helper. She's remembering this after a bit of a long day, and I am just tired and didn't remember it. So, Kimmer, thank goodness. And if you haven't got our newsletter, check with me. There's a chance. Check your spam mail. There's a chance your address is lost somewhere or got copied wrong or whatever. We'll get that email straightened out and get that newsletter off to you. I tell you, it's exciting and it's long, but you don't have to read all of it. Just go find the parts you like. That's what 8th graders do. They don't read things fully. They just find the parts they like.
Who really does read things fully?
Don't start with me. Don't start. I do.
Oh,
I read it.
Yeah, I do. I know you do. I know you do. Yeah. What do you think? We should probably end with a Stephen Cochran song, huh?
I think we should.
Can we just go tear the Band-Aid off when a hero falls? All right, folks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
One more time. This song is for Ron Payne Jr.
Ron Payne Jr.
The first Marine lost in Afghanistan.
Patriot pride.
Peace.
Man said, boys, call home. Tonight's gonna be a long one. And I don't wanna say it, but I will. Some of you may not see home again. 'Cause 8 clicks north, in a village in a valley, where the mullah lays his head. Son, you lead the men and keep them locked and loaded. If that man gets wind you're coming here, surprise you boys instead. But now I know what a hero looks like when he falls. Ron slapped my back, then slipped away. He hit his knees and blessed his family and his team. His God's is all he has to say when a hero falls. Well, about 3 hours we were down in our positions when I heard Ron's voice on the radio. He was saying, I've got to take another road. Dogs bark too loud, stirring up the night. I've made some decisions, but now I'm praying that they're right. But now I know what a hero sounds like when he calls. No fear for him, just for his men. Voice like a lion, a heart like a lamb, and he'll do the best he can when a hero calls. Yeah, well, shots ring out from the high ground. Grab the rifles and start the jeeps. Got there too late, but just in time to see. Now I know what a hero looks like when he falls and lays his courage on the ground. Knows where he's headed and knows where he's been. Well, it's a moment to behold, and his story must be told when a hero